Yeah. YouTube! Back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Kelly, and today we're here to talk about Ahsoka Season 1, Episode 6. Alright? Now, this, hold on. If you forget to say before anything else, one more time, that if you've been in this channel before, you already know how it is, then we don't have a problem. Understand me? You, if you forget one more time, okay? Alright, sorry. Now, if you've been in this channel before, you already know how we do it. Started off with the premise, 3 favorite scenes, the grade, and then we on to the next one, right? So again, man, we got Ahsoka Season 1, Episode 6, okay? Now, this episode, sorry. So for this episode, I'm trying to figure out how I want to break this down. This episode, we see Morgan, Baylan, and Shin get to the planet that they've been searching for, right? Now, what ends up happening is there are 3 Night Sisters, or the mothers, or whatever you want to say, right? Higher up ladies, okay? And they know Morgan, and the reason why they know Morgan, even they haven't seen her physically, is because they have been in contact with her through using, like, you know, the Force or the magic, however you want to say, right? So, they basically help her and take her to Thrawn, okay? We see, you know, as Sabine is being held hostage and walking along with Morgan and Baylan and Shin, we see that the Night Sisters actually notice that someone there is a Force user. Now, this could be either 2 things: that they are sensing Shin and Baylan's powers, or they're sensing Sabine's powers, or maybe they're sensing all 3 of their powers. I guess it could be one or all, but you know, those 3 things right there. But so we see them say that, you know, this is a bad situation. So they end up taking these little, I don't know, they're like these little circle devices that link up with each other, and it creates a like a net around Sabine. So beyond what her already being shackled up, beyond Baylan and Shin being right in front of her, so she's not really going to do nothing, beyond Morgan still, you know what I'm saying, having abilities that she has, you know what I'm saying, they still think that she's dangerous. So I don't know. That definitely means, though, that Sabine is coming within the Force, you know what I'm saying. Her powers are increasing, so eventually it will get there, if that's where the story is heading, you know. So anyways, we proceed to watch them walk into this building, or walk into like this area, and we see that there are stormtroopers there. Not just regular stormtroopers, but stormtroopers that have some of their armor is like, it seems like it's been damaged. So they have like, they kind of like just fix whatever pieces. It almost looks like a makeshift um, um, stormtrooper outfit. So we see them, and they're all lined up, and it is quite a bit. Plus, the ship that they're on, it's a star destroyer or a starship, however you want to say, and it is massive. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen these since the last episode of Star Wars that came out. But episode of Star Wars, I mean movie, like that episode, what, like, was it 8 or 9 or something like that, whatever. So, seeing this starship, seeing these stormtroopers, and then we get to see Thrawn, okay? And this Thrawn is, he has a pretty menacing type of aura about him. Like, even though he's not like the buffest dude and, probably can fight and I don't even know if he was necessarily like that in a cartoon. And if he was, he wasn't necessarily supposed to be that. He was never really supposed to be the bad guy that can, fight and destroy you. He's always supposed to be the bad guy that was able to think 3 million steps ahead of you. So that way, no matter what you are, no matter what you do, no matter what capabilities you have, you're coming in blind as he's seeing you fully for who you are. I really like his character. So it's really cool that we're getting this live action interaction with him. But we see him come out. We see him walk forward. We see him greet Morgan and thank her for, basically like finding and helping out so much as she has. He greets Baylan and Shin, and they end up telling him that they have a prisoner, and it's Sabine. And of course, that's going to be something that he wants to deal with, because his enemy was Sabine and Ezra and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that he's gonna like. You know what I'm saying? So he after saying thank you and everything like that, and informing her or whatever, we also he introduces us, as well as Baylan, Shin, and Morgan, to his like commander, one of his chiefs of the stormtrooper squads, and his name is Enoch. And it's crazy because I've never seen this before, but the mask, how it normally is, just how it normally looks, is different. It's like it has a gold plate of a human face on it, kind of like gladiator style. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. But so we have that situation happen. We meet Enoch, and then from there we actually see Baylan talking to Thrawn, and I guess basically he's filling him in like, look, like, I told Sabine she's going to be my prisoner, and that I was going to take her to where she is now to see Ezra, because I kept a promise, type thing. And so Thrawn was like, all right, no, we're gonna fulfill that. We're gonna fulfill that. So untie her, whatever it may be, you can go about your business. So they untie her, they let her go about her business. She walks down into the deeper into like the forest, whatever you want to say, or deeper into the planet. All of a sudden you see Thrawn and Baylan and Shin and Morgan watching from like this temple higher up, and they see Sabine, walking further in. And so Thrawn tells Baylan that, look, whenever you're ready, you can go chase after her. And so Morgan's like, look, like I thought. I'm sorry. Shin is like, look, like I thought you said you were not gonna harm her and let her. You're gonna keep your word and stuff like that. And he doesn't say nothing. And so then Thrawn says to Shin, like, look, we are keeping our word. We're gonna let her go venture out. If anybody's gonna find Ezra, it's gonna be her. So if she finds Ezra, then that's when I want you guys to hop in and take them both out, type stuff, you know. So that's basically what Thrawn had in plan for that situation. So they're all kicking back and waiting to see what happens. Now, then we follow Sabine, and she ends up running into like this little turtle, like / human / crab alien, right? And at first you think it's only one of them, and it's small and whatever it may be, and it's scared, it's timid because she's riding on like this like other thing that's like a half wolf, half bird, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? They be having a weird, crazy species up in here. But we see her arrive up to this animal thing, and it's scared or whatever. But then she notices that the animal has like intelligence about it. It's dressed, and it can also kind of point things out and somewhat talk. You feel me? Like by pointing things out. So what ends up happening is we see her kind of get the idea of, from everything that's the interactions that she's having with this dude, whoever, that he would know who Ezra is. So she asks him about Ezra. Of course, he ends up taking her to where Ezra is. We also see that these things have like rocks on their back. Like a big rock to hide under, like a snail almost. And there was a whole bunch of rocks throughout the fields, and lo and behold, these were all individuals. So they all walk up together, and then they help her find Ezra. So she finally, gets to where Ezra is, and they greet each other. They're happy to see each other. He's like, I can't wait to get back home, type stuff. And Sabine still hasn't relayed to him that the reason why they're here, the reason why she's even here, is because of she's been working with the bad people in order to get herself here, because she failed being able to do so with trying to get there with Ahsoka. So he doesn't even know this yet, but I'm surprised he can't even sense it, or maybe he already knows, he's waiting for her to tell. So who knows, bro? But I can't believe she just can't sense that already. Or I can't believe he just couldn't sense that from her, like, oh, you're hiding this type stuff, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so, as far as we know it, they're about to head out and try to, end up running into Balin and them on the next episode. And then we also see, sorry people, sorry. I honestly think that's almost just about it. Thrawn tells, the people under him, like, look, like, if you see one of the space whales, kill it immediately. I don't know. I don't think he knew. Maybe he knows that Ahsoka is traveling within a whale. Maybe he knows that. I have no clue. But if he doesn't, it's just smart of him to be like, look, if you see a space whale, blow that to smithereens, because I ain't playing. You feel me? That's real smart, bro. That is real smart. Yeah, but that's real smart, dude. So that's basically it for the episode. Just kind of, we see Ezra, we see Thrawn, we see that Shin and Balin could possibly have a different type of outlook on what they're trying to gain from helping Thrawn and them out, compared to like Morgan and Thrawn's ambitions for what they're doing. It could be different. Seems almost like Balin wants to start the Jedi as a whole over. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about Sith. We're not talking about regular Jedi. We're talking about like him just starting it over and doing it right, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how their plans, how their ambitions lead them to where they're going to end up by the end of this season. Same thing with Thrawn and Morgan. We know they're heavy pushing towards war, you know what I'm saying, and taking things back over. So we can expect that with that. And then we know that Ahsoka is still on her way to help out and should be on that same planet by the next episode, if not the one after, for sure. But by the next episode, she should definitely be on that planet. Sabine and Ezra, are they going to be able to survive? And what's Sabine's plan to escape from the evils that she's working with in order to get to where she got to right now? That's basically the assumption of the episode. 3 of my favorite scenes. I will say that this episode, you know what? Let me jump to 3 of my favorite scenes. 3 of my favorite scenes. Like I said, this may be spoilers and out of order, but okay. So the introduction of seeing Ezra and Sabine again. He's older now. She's older now. They've been wanting to reunite for such a long time, and not just them two, but just their whole crew that they had back on Rebels. You know what I'm saying? So it's beautiful to see. Also, it's beautiful to see like his growth as a man. You feel me? Like has a full beard. You know what I'm saying? And everything like that. And so that time has passed. That he is stronger within the Force. That he's more of a wiser man. And this is something that is potent to the Jedi right now. They need strong Jedi like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're working with the light side, you need the strong Jedi like that. If you're working with the dark side, you need the strong Sith like that. So right now they need the strongest members that they can have for the Jedi. And you have right now clearly stated Ahsoka. You have Ezra now. Sabine could be coming along the way. Eventually, you probably have Grogu in that mix, and whoever else they decide to come up with in these little spin-off stories or just whatever. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. But yeah. So I will say that seeing them reunite was really really dope. My first favorite scene. My second favorite scene would have to be seeing Thrawn live action. You know what I'm saying? Dude is really, really menacing. Dude is not buff. You know what I'm saying? He's not crazy. It's just the way he carries himself. You know what I'm saying? It's like look, like I'm so calculated that I'm not worried about nothing or no one. I'm walking around here with my hands behind my back. I don't got no, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to have no security because I already know what you gonna do or what you could do. And I already know what I'm gonna do or what I could do to make your plans, fail. So this dude is just very, very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Just in general, whether you're talking about the comic books or the books that were comic books, stories that have him in it, the regular books that have stories in them, stories of him in it, the cartoon, these things are crazy, but to see this live action is dope. And like I said, this guy looks very menacing without really being menacing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, but they definitely got the look right. And I love the eyes, bro. The eyes look crazy, bro. They look crazy. And the blue skin with like, dude, like, it looks crazy. I like it, bro. Sorry about that. So my second favorite scene, that was that right there. So my third favorite scene, I would probably have to say would be Oh, it's kind of rough. I don't really have a third favorite scene, to tell you the truth. So I'll probably just go with something light. Honestly, another one of my favorite scenes would be seeing the Night Sisters live action, seeing how, you know, they have their power and how it's so different from, it's different but not at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But from the Jedi, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to see Morgan do her stuff. It's cool to see these Night Sisters or mothers do their thing. Like, it's a different aspect on the Force, and I'm really liking it. Just like I like how seeing, you know, Hu Yang fight the robot, you know what I'm saying? And also seeing Hu Yang actually train Sabine in one of the previous episodes. Like, these new aspects of stuff that we haven't seen before, it's making the show that much better for me, you know what I'm saying? And then also the fan service, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it sucks to say, but if you saw Rebels and you saw Clone Wars, this show is going to reminisce, this show is going to, you know, stay with you a lot more than it would if you didn't watch Rebels, if you didn't watch Clone Wars. You're going to be feeling a little left out. Now, you can still watch the show, but you're going to be feeling a little left out. And things that, you know, people that have been, you know, really, really close with the franchise, they're going to understand more than you. And, you know, rightfully so. But, you know, the grade for this, for me, honestly, even though seeing Ezra, even though seeing Thrawn, you know, it wasn't that much action in this episode. I'm not saying that every episode has to be action-based for me to like it, but it wasn't that much action. Just seeing Ezra and Thrawn didn't necessarily throw me over, you know what I'm saying, too much. Now, I appreciated seeing them. Now, don't get it twisted, but it wasn't like that, like me seeing Hayden Christensen, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I saw that, bro, like, the tears came out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? For this one, a little tears, maybe like on one side, not both sides, maybe like one side, you feel me? So that's how I'll put it. But honestly, the grade for this episode, I'm gonna give it a 7.7 out of 10. All right, so 7.7 out of 10, definitely above average, definitely worth your time. This is a good episode. All right, it's just the way that I felt. So that's why I gave it a 7.7. But I feel like other people will either like it more or like it just as much. I don't really, you know, this wasn't a bad episode, so I don't really see people liking it less. Especially if you know about what's really going on right now. You know what I'm saying? This is the time. This is the time. This is our time. We watch the shows. We put the time in. That's why we getting the benefits, bro. We getting the benefits. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like religion type stuff. But anyways, if you guys saw the episode, let me know some of your favorite scenes. If you've been watching this whole season, thus far, the 6 episodes, which one is your favorite episode, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like things are falling off or you think things are ramping up? Let me know about that in the comments down below, all right? Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I am Callie. Until next time.